My name is Supatra Cooper. I'm one of the family law attorneys here at Conti Law. And today we are going to talk about the top 10 questions to ask when you are hiring an attorney. Let's just go ahead and get started on these top 10 things. So the first thing you want to ask an attorney is about their fees. So do they charge hourly or do they charge a flat fee? In family law, everyone's situation is a little different. When they seek to hire a family law attorney, there's usually a lot of facts, a lot of things going on. So you definitely want to ask your attorney how they charge, whether it's hourly or flat. Now remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So if your case is requiring a lot of discovery, maybe there's a lot of text message exchanges, or maybe it's possible that your case could be going to trial and you're only quoted $4,000 to handle the whole thing, be wary. You will get what you pay for in that situation. So at Conti Law, we do charge hourly. This allows us to really examine your case and see what nuances there are in it, and we can easily craft in terms of our fees how much we charge and how much based on how much work is going to be needed for your case. Number two, the second thing that you should ask an attorney, ask about billing increments. How do you bill? So make sure you ask your attorney on how they bill. Some law firms bill at 30-minute increments. So what does that mean? That means that if you talk to your attorney for 5 minutes, you're going to get billed for 30 minutes of their time. So some attorneys can bill at 15-minute increments, some at 10. At Conti Law, we bill at 6-minute increments. This way, your retainer lasts longer, and it's the smallest increment that we can use for billing purposes. So your bill will most accurately reflect the true time that it takes as we continue to work on your case. Number three, the third thing that you should consider when talking to an attorney or considering hiring an attorney, technology. It's 2021. We live in a very technologically savvy environment. And especially with COVID-19, many attorneys, we have had to adjust to using technology to our advantage and to your advantage. So certainly ask them how they utilize technology. There's definitely an old way of practicing law. Drafting can take a long time, for instance, and the client gets billed for that. So ask them how they use technology to streamline their processes. At Conti Law, we certainly use a lot of technology to our advantage. We have documents that even with you being the client, having to fill them out, it's all done online. So it's easy, quick, and automated, saving you time and money as your case goes on. So number four, certainly ask how many team members are in a firm. That's very important. How many staff members are there? Is there just one attorney and one paralegal to handle all of the problems associated with family law cases? There might be then only a little bit of attention paid to your case. So you certainly want to ask how many team members there are. At Conti Law, we have a great number of people on our team, and we take a team approach. We've got senior attorneys, associate attorneys, paralegals, and assistants, all dedicated to your case. So the specific questions that you have as you call our firm and ask about your case, we certainly have the answers for you, as we are all hands on deck with your case. Now, number five, this is an important one, honesty. You certainly want to assess and ask your attorney tell them the facts of your case and ask them honestly, is there a case here? Is the law on my side? If you get the feeling that the attorney is telling you what you want to hear, that's not going to serve you in the long term. You want to make sure as attorneys that we tell you the merits of your case and also what could be working against you in terms of what the law says about your series of facts. So certainly make sure that your attorney is being honest with you. It's better for them to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly at the beginning of the case, rather than after you've already paid the attorney and then you find out later that they weren't necessarily honest about how how good or how the law is working in your favor. So certainly you must have an honest attorney. So number 6, how much time is spent on case strategy? Now this is very, very important. Ask an attorney what their approach is as they strategize for cases. So at Conti law, we use something called an outline of proof. It's a document that essentially has what we need to prove in your particular case. So maybe you have a paternity case, for instance. So we've got all of the things the law requires that we have to prove in this document. We also then have columns that tell us, what do we need to prove that you are the father of this child and what you want is in the best interest of your child. So we work as a team approach again. So we want you to be just as involved in your case strategy as we are too. So this outline of proof helps us streamline our process and get down to the business of going through those facts and utilizing what's going to work best in your case. Now, number 7, compatibility. Are you and the attorney that you're talking to, are you all compatible? That's really important. You're going to be working with this person for the duration of your case. And it's a highly stressful time for a lot of people to be going through a legal case. So you certainly want to make sure as you're speaking with this attorney, ask yourself, can I work with this person? Do I feel like they're hearing me and what my concerns and what my goals are? Are they going to be able to help me, and can I understand what they are telling me? And do I feel open enough to tell them how I'm feeling or what my frustrations or what my concerns are? Compatibility is key. You certainly don't want to go through a case and work with an attorney that you're not compatible with. So that's definitely an intuitive thing. All right. So what's the 8th thing? Availability. How available is your attorney going to be when you have those pressing questions or some kind of emergency happens? You definitely want to ask them what's their process of making an appointment with them as future things come up. If they tell you that, oh, I won't be able to talk to you for another month, well, that's not going to do it. You certainly want an attorney that can hear you and your concerns and your needs. And you want to make sure too that they are readily available to answer your questions and concerns. At Conti Law, we are always available. You can email us on the weekends, you can call us, and we will certainly address your questions and concerns very quickly. All right, number 9, communication. So when you speak to an attorney, do they explain the law to you in a way that you can understand? Our world is filled with a lot of legal jargon and legalese, and it sounds really intimidating and confusing, but it's our job as attorneys and for you all as our clients to know, what does the law mean? What does it say? And after leaving a conversation with your attorney, do you feel that you have an understanding of what that attorney has told you in terms of what's going on in the case or the law? That is hugely important, because we certainly don't want you to leave being more confused than you were before you got on the call. So make sure that your attorney is able to communicate to you effectively. At Conti Law, we certainly take pride in communicating with our clients and making sure that they understand every single step of the way what's going on in their case. Now, finally, one of the main important things, how long is it going to take to resolve your case? That's an important question. And this question is going to give you an idea of the level of experience that your attorney has. So in their experience with cases similar to yours, how long has it taken? Now, it can vary just based on the facts, but an attorney should be able to give you an estimate based on prior cases that they've worked on how long things can take. There are certainly a lot of factors that play into that too. Again, in terms of what kind of discovery is going to be needed in your case? How long is it going to take to serve the other person, for instance, with a divorce or a paternity petition? Take all of these things into consideration, but an attorney should be able to give you a general ballpark based on their experience. Now, if you have any questions, certainly feel free to message us You can get a free consultation from us. Call 407-831-0203. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Conti Moore Law. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all at contimoorelaw.com. If you want to leave questions, send me a message in the inbox, and then we'll make sure to address those questions. I hope you all found this helpful, and as you're interviewing attorneys, certainly utilize these steps, and we look forward to hearing from you at Conti Moore Law.